Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Krishnamurthy, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak. In the last class, we study about the chemical bonding, octet structure, and the types of chemical bonding. In that, ionic bonding with example. Today, we discussed about the properties of ionic compounds, the factors favoring ionic bond, and the lattice energy, applications of lattice energy, and Born-Lande equation. In the properties of ionic compounds, we already know how ionic compounds are formed. So ionic compounds are formed by oppositely charged ions or held together by strong electrostatic force of attraction. These ionic compounds are also called ionic crystals. These crystals are not a single molecule. They obtained in gained ionic structure, that is large ionic structure. The common properties of ionic compounds are: number one, physical state. The ionic compounds generally exist as crystalline solids in which the cations and anions are closely packed. Then the ions are arranged in characteristic geometric pattern in three-dimensional spaces. And the second one, melting on boiling points. Because of the strong interionic forces, the ionic compounds have generally high melting and boiling points. The ionic compounds are generally solids with high melting point, that is above 400 degree Celsius. Next, third one, solubility. They are generally soluble in polar solvents such as water, ammonia, hydrochloric acid, acetic acid, etc., and insoluble in polar solvents like CCl4, C6H6, ether, etc. So, in polar solvents, the ions get easily solvated and goes or pass into the solution. So next property, electrical conductivity. As we know, the electrical conductivity of the ionic compounds is due to migration of ions. Migration or movement of ions. They are poor conductors in solid state since the ionic mobility is almost nil. As we know, in solid state, the atoms are closely packed, therefore the mobility, movement of ions is almost nil. However, these compounds become conducting either in molten state or when dissolved in a solvent. Next one, ionic reactions. Ionic compounds react with each other through ions, which are formed in solution. As we know earlier, in solid state, the mobility of ions is almost nil. In molten state or in solvent or solution, it has a mobility character. Therefore, ionic reactions are very fast reactions. The next property, non-directional. Ionic bond is non-directional because there is no fixed direction in space for the positive and the negative charges on the ions. Hence, they do not exhibit isomerism. And next property, hard and brittle. Ionic compounds are hard and brittle. However, they may be cleaved in a particular plane. Cleaved, nothing but split or broken in a particular plane. So these are some properties of ionic compounds. Next, move on to the factors which favors the formation of ionic bond. Factors favoring ionic bond. In First one, low ionization energy. As we know the definition of ionization energy, the amount of energy required to remove the outermost electron from an isolated gaseous neutral atom. This is called ionization energy, and it is also called ionization potential. And we also know in periodic table ionization energy decreases down the group and increases along the period. So in the formation of positive ion or cation, one of the atom is to lose electrons, and for this ionization energy is needed. That means how cation is formed? Cation is formed by losing electrons from an atom. It requires some energy, that is called ionization energy. Lesser the ionization energy required, easier will be the formation of cation. Thus, lesser the ionization energy, greater is the formation of cations, and hence greater the tendency to form ionic bond. So in the periodic table, S-block elements readily form cations due to low ionization energy. Therefore, group 1, that is alkali metals, can form cations more easily when compared to the second group, that is alkaline earth metals. So next factor, high electron affinity. As we know the definition of electron affinity, the amount of energy released when an electron is added to the outermost orbit of an isolated gaseous neutral atom. It is called electron affinity. So in the periodic table, electron affinity decreases down the group and increases along the period. Here, in the formation of negative ion or anion, one of the atom is to gain electrons and it depends on electron affinity. Here, greater the energy released during this process, the easier will be the formation of an anion. Thus, greater the value of electron affinity, higher is the tendency to form anions, and hence greater the tendency to form ionic bond. Next factor, high lattice energy. So what is meant by lattice energy? The energy released when 1 mole of crystalline solid formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions. Once again, the energy released when 1 mole of crystalline solid formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions, that is called lattice energy. It is represented as U or L. So greater the magnitude of lattice energy, more will be the stability of the ionic compound. The magnitude of lattice energy depends on two factors. One is size of the ions, second one is charge on the ions. Here size of the ions, smaller the size of the ions, lesser is the internuclear distance and larger will be the magnitude of the lattice energy. When we see the example, lattice energy of sodium chloride, that is 770 kilojoule per mole. This amount of energy is released when 1 mole of sodium chloride is formed by the combination of sodium and chloride ion, that is lattice energy. It is more than that of potassium chloride, that is 703 kilojoule per mole, that is 703 kilojoule per mole. That amount of energy is released to the formation of 1 mole of potassium chloride by the combination of K plus and Cl minus. So lattice energy of NaCl is more than that of KCl because the radius of sodium ion, that is 95 picometer, is smaller as compared to potassium ion, that is 133 picometer. Therefore, smaller size of the ion, lesser is the internuclear distance, and larger will be the magnitude of lattice energy. Here sodium ion has small size, therefore it has a larger magnitude of lattice energy. And the other one is charge on the ions. Greater the magnitude of charge on the ions, higher will be the inter-ionic interactions, and thus greater will be the value of lattice energy. Here lithium fluoride 1037 kilojoule per mole and magnesium fluoride 2908 kilojoule per mole. Thus, magnesium fluoride is more stable than lithium fluoride because magnesium fluoride has greater magnitude of the charge. Therefore, magnesium fluoride is more stable than lithium fluoride. The next factor is large radius of cations and small radius of anions. Large radius of cations, that is strength of ionic bond varies among alkali metals in the order. Cesium ion is greater than rubidium ion, that is greater than potassium ion, greater than sodium ion, greater than lithium ion. So this is the order. So strength of the ionic bond, the formation of ionic bond, cesium is more when compared to other ions in the first group. Similarly, variation of ionic bond strength in halide ion, that is group 17 elements or ions. Fluoride ion is greater than chloride ion, greater than bromide ion, that is greater than iodide ion. So next factor is electronegativity difference in the bonding atoms. As we know the definition of electronegativity, it is defined as the relative capacity of an atom present in the molecule to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. That is called electronegativity. And greater the difference of electronegativity between the combining atoms, more will be the stability of strength of the ionic bond. So next we move on the concept lattice energy. So lattice energy nothing but the energy released when 1 mole of crystalline solid is formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions. So lattice energy is defined as the energy released when 1 mole of crystalline solid is formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions. That is called lattice energy. It is denoted by U, capital U or capital L. It is also defined as the change in energy that occurs when an ionic solid is separated into isolated ions in the gaseous phase or gaseous state. So here the change in the energy that occurs when an ionic solid, this ionic solid is separated or dissociated into isolated ions in gaseous phase, that is called lattice energy. For example, sodium ion, that is cation, combined with chloride ion, anion. These are oppositely charged ions combine to form a ionic solid, that is sodium chloride. That is lattice energy minus 770 kilojoule per mole. The second example, potassium ion combine with chloride ion to form an ionic solid, that is potassium chloride. Delta H is equal to minus 703 kilojoule per mole. This is a crystal structure of sodium chloride, that is 3D structure of sodium chloride crystal lattice. Here the red color represents sodium ions and the blue color represents chloride ion. And here the negative sign indicates a stable bond formation. The magnitude of lattice energy depends upon the two factors. One is size of the ions and another one is charge on the ions. It is already discussed in the earlier slide. So next, what are the applications of lattice energy? With the help of lattice energy, we can estimate electron affinities, proton affinities and its of formation. In addition, the further applications are found. Number one, in the discussion of the special properties of fluorine in relation to other halogens. Second one, in the account of stabilities of metal hydrides, polyhalides and peroxides and superoxides. The third one, in the derivation of crystal field stabilization energies. So lattice energy is very useful to derivation of crystal field stabilization energies. It is also used in the discussion of the characterization of high oxidation states of metals as fluorides and of their low oxidation states as iodides. So these are some applications of lattice energy. Next, move on to the important concept, that is Born-Lande equation. It is a very important concept, the point of examination. The Born-Lande equation is a concept originally formulated in 1918 by the scientists Max Born and Alfred Lande and is used to calculate the lattice energy, that is, measure of the strength of bonds of a compound. This equation states that Born-Lande equation states that the lattice energy can be derived from ionic lattice based on electrostatic potential and the potential energy due to repulsions. It is very important. The Born-Lande equation states that lattice energy can be derived from ionic lattice based on electrostatic potential and the potential energy due to repulsions. To solve the Born-Lande equation, you must have a basic understanding of lattice energy. Lattice energy decreases down the group. In the periodic table, lattice energy decreases down the group. That means as atomic radii goes up, that is increases, lattice energy goes down, that is decreases. Similarly, lattice energy increases across the period. That is, as atomic radii goes down, decreases, lattice energy increases in the periodic table. The calculation of lattice energy of ionic compounds in direct method is not possible, but the theoretical value of lattice energy can be calculated by Born-Lande equation. So from Born-Lande equation, the main thing is we can calculate the lattice energy. The Born-Lande equation is given by U is equal to Na m z plus z minus e square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r into 1 minus 1 by n, where Na is Avogadro constant, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. M is Madelung constant, it is relating to the geometry of the crystal. Z plus is the charge of cation, that is cation charge. Z minus anion charge. E is charge of an electron, that is 1.6022 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. And R is distance to closest ion. Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. N is Bohr exponent. We know the values of these, then we can calculate the lattice energy by using the Born-Lande equation. So in this class we study about the properties of ionic compound and what are the factors which favors the formation of ionic bond. Then the Born-Lande equation we study in this class, and finally, thank you.